guys, good morning. What I wanted to share with you today is some soft muted looks. I put out these colors. I'm tapping it to spread the colors some. So you see a lot of muted colors. I've got all multi-surface colors here except for this one, which is a matte acrylic paint by Folk Art, and it's asphaltum. So all of these, even though they have different labels right here, it's the same paint. And all of the multi-surface goes on many different surfaces, indoors and outdoors. And they have a sealer inside of them. So they go on glass, metal, all kinds of fun stuff. So I wanted to put these out here along with some white and other colors I'm using. And I'm going to start with a background and my painter's sponge. Okay, so I'm going to use the sponge. I have two different sizes. This is the size I'm going to use. I have just dried it from cleaning, so I don't need to put water on it. Sometimes I'll take my fingers on a dry sponge and put a little water this way. I am going to first get some colors like the sky mist, and I'm going to, let's see if I get enough. There we go. Where I'm coming up here. And I'm making circles on my canvas because I wanted to get into the fibers. This is just a canvas board today that can be framed easily, or you can hang ribbon in the back to hang it. Then I'm going to get some, what is this one? Green sea. All right. So this is green sea, and I'm going to come down and I flip my sponge so that this can blend. All right, this is going to be a fun project for you to see. So can you see that this is the sky in here? All right, and then we're going to start the green. So now I'm going to pick up some classic green, and I'm going to take it at the bottom and work it up into the green sea color. All right. So see, I turned it upside down so that this part of my sponge, this is a painter sponge. I have two of them in the pack that I sell. It's the one stroke painter sponge, and it's a Donna Dewberry product. Okay, so that just makes a really nice muted background. Okay. And this is, you don't see me do a ton of faded soft colors, but I want to do that today. All right, so I am going to just blow dry just a touch. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw. All right, so I want to grab my ruler. Sorry. All right, so I want to put, I'm going to come up here and put the pole. I'm going to do a birdhouse, right? So we just want to get let's take this down a little bit. And this eraser did not erase well, so just ignore that part because we're going to put paint on it anyway. So I'm going to let's come down here. So I'm going to do that about 2.5 inches. Oops. Got to make sure it's even on both sides, all right? So we are about 3 inches there now. Okay, so then it's easier because then I'm going to come here and decide I want the birdhouse to be there. And dang, I came out way too far. And I'm not going to erase it with this eraser again. We get a good eraser. And yeah, okay. I'm going to take my white eraser. All right. All right, so then what I want to do is I'm going to come up here and decide that this is going to be the top and it's going to go on both sides. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to have a roof on here, and then we'll put a base on the birdhouse and the roof's going to hang over. Okay, so let's pick up some of these colors. And I'm gonna use my 3/4 inch. I wet it and picked it up, and then we're ready to go. And I'm gonna base coat right in here. We're gonna do a rustic birdhouse. Okay. And we're just gonna fill it in. All right, so what happens is I'm gonna side load some gray. I'm gonna put some gray right along here. The roof's gonna be on top of it. Now, when we put the gray, oh my goodness. Put the gray along here because it's gonna shadow the roof. And then I picked up a ton of gray here. And because this is still wet, you could let it dry. I'm gonna take my hand and steady my hand because I can't put my little finger down in the middle of that. And then come over here. Look what is happening. I'm getting bigger and bigger. So you have to be careful that you don't make this into a terribly big birdhouse. All right. I'm going to come in here and get asphaltum. I'm going to be on the chisel. See how nice that color is? It comes out, it makes a really nice color. All right, so you will see, I'm not trying to make everything exact. If I have something like I don't want there, like where I went over here, we just pick up a little bit of water and clean it up. All right, so I am going to take a smaller brush, like a 16, and I'm going to come in here with gray, and I'm going to, my little finger out here maybe, and do some slats. We're just trying to get a little rustic looking. Okay. And I like that we can come in here. See, I want it really rustic. I can come in here and get my chisel and make it look a little bit weathered. Okay. Get some weathered look from down here. See how I'm flat? All right. Now I am going to use that same brush for the roof, but I'm going to come down again and use that 3/4 to do that. So then let's pick up some gray and asphaltum. That's medium gray. All right. So I'm going to come right off the edge here. All right. And we're going to come this way. Medium gray and asphaltum. Okay, I want to get this other side a little bit thicker. Okay, and I am going to take a small brush, which is, this is a 10, and I'm going to make a hole right here so he can enter his nest, his birdhouse. All right. And I know they say you don't put perches because predators can get in, but I'm just going to put a perch here. See, this gray and asphaltum makes a nice look. Okay. And so a couple things that can happen is I can put a few little asphaltum marks on here, but then I messed up my opening. So let's clean that up. There we go. All right. So it's just kind of rustic. And I can come down here and start at an angle and then pull this brush down. Okay. Okay. So now I am going to put some pretty vines and stuff around this, and then we'll put a bird on here. All right. Now, what's going to happen is we want this to come out just a little further. Right. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm not going to clean my brush. So I have that brown and the sea, the green sea. And I'm just going to come up here and let's get some more brown with green sea. Right. All right. So I can come around and then bring this up. I'm going to put some nail holes in the wood. But I also just want to have this come right along the roof. Okay. Now, we could also have some little branches in here. It looks like it's from another tree. Oh, from the side. All right. Now, what we want to do is we got a rustic looking guy here. So let's pick up and do some leaves. I'm going to put this on paper towel because it's very watery. All right, so I'm going for a watercolor effect where I know it's not watercolor, but it's more muted. I'm gonna pick up some green. We'll come back and put some little blossoms on there. Wiggle, wiggle. So it's a little rustic. But when we put pretty flowers on here, it'll make a whole different look. Right? We get a little bit lighter as we go. Wiggle a little bit. And then let's make it really faint, a little lighter. Okay. All right. So I am going, let's see where I'm going to put a bird. I think we'll put a little bird sitting right here. There's his cheek. Right. Need a couple of colors, like we'll put a little bit of licorice. And you can put a teeny bit of color right in here. Okay, so what we're going to do is get a really pretty pink melon with some white. Okay. I'm going to keep picking up white. And that white just pops. So pink melon, and we dip the white. So I'm just dabbing. So dab, dab, dab with the white. Okay, so you've got pink melon on one side, and then a little bit of white. They kind of pretty. We get a little bit bigger. On this side. Right. And we're going to pick up a little bit of Pueblo. Picking up a little bit of white. So we want to put Pueblo in the middle here. I put way too much Pueblo out on my plate. And we'll just put a little bits of Pueblo in the center. Okay. Put a couple of other little flowers here. I'm gonna make this like a rosebud. All right, so little open flowers, little rosebuds. So I am going to do a little bit smaller for the bird. Okay, so that had a lot of water in it. So I'm going to kind of go back to the white. All right. Now we are going to just pick up a teeny bit of licorice. We're going to put a cap in this chickadee. And it's going to go to there. And we're gonna do, here's the wing. The wing's gonna go back. And I can put some gray, a little bit of gray here. And then we're gonna come here and do his tail. Little tail. Please let me know what you guys want to see. I'm still working on a dragon somebody wants me to do. Some of our viewers have asked for different ideas. And I'm always looking to please you guys. So make sure I'm going to put a little bit of white. See a little bit of white there. I want you to see we're going to put a little bit on the wing here. But we can do some single strokes here for the wing here. There we go. Right. So if I take a little small brush, let's look at a one script liner, which is in our value pack. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the cap right here on his head. All right. And then we're going to come right down here and he has this little bit of licorice under on his neck there into his tummy. All right. And then we have to make a beak, and this beak goes in and out. See that? Oops. Make it a little bit of gray. All right. I almost got that beak too big, right? So this is the licorice there. So I'm going to come in here with just a teeny bit of white, and we just put that white right there. And then all you do is you can let that dry, which would be better. But then you just put licorice. Oops. Yeah, so let's don't do that. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of white. Okay, and then when you put the licorice back there, then it makes a perfect little white in the eye. Just a little bit. All right. And you can put yellow, but I'm going to put just a teeny bit of this Pueblo in the tummy area to shade it. Just a little yellow. All right, just a little bit. All right, then we're going to put a little bit of asphaltum in the center. And we'll just put a little bit of white in there. Asphaltum, it's a little muted looking, right? Okay, and then I'm going to put a teeny bit of daybreak. So it's a little bit of yellow. And we're still using the one, and so we're just going to put some little dots. And actually, so I can put a little bit of this color in the tummy of the chickadee also. A little bit of daybreak. I just realized that eye is coming down there pretty big, so I can bring that up just a little bit. All right, little bit of yellow. You can do white or yellow for little dots. for detail. I'm going to put, with the script liner, I'm going to put a few nail holes. Okay, so I'll put little nail holes along here. We can also darken the tip of that, make it look round. We can also shadow around here. Oops, there we go. The little nail marks. All right, so I like to come along here. And a little bit of dark. Just giving it a little bit of aged look. A little bit of dark under here. Right. Same thing under here. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take and make some little vines. We can keep going and going, adding all kinds of fun things to this. A picket fence at the bottom. We can add a bird flying. And it curls. And we made inky green to do this, and you can go to practice strokes and learn how to do curly cues. So that's a good place for y'all to check that out, guys. All right. So it's just a fun little beginning here, and I'm going to take a mop brush with the two colors, and I'm just going to, I didn't wet this mop brush. I'm just trying to get some greenery in here. So I got both greens on here. And this will give it a little bit more muted look. And the scruffy is a little bit too defined. So I can also put a bush down here. I have the light green and the dark green. That's the green sea and classic. Oops. I picked up a little bit of the Pueblo. All right, so we can do all kinds of fun added pieces to this, but I just wanted a little bit natural piece. Hope you enjoyed it and have a great day. I hope that you can come back and paint along with me tonight and take a break and try it. All right. Thank you so much. See you next time.